Ofisi ya kiongozi wa mashtaka ya umma hivi leo imeanzisha shughuli ya kuangalia faili za kesi kadhaa katika korokoro ya hapa Nairobi. Hatua hiyo ni kufuatia njia ya kuharakisha kesi zinazojikokota ili kuhakikisha kwamba faili hizo zinafungwa. Ni shughuli inayotegemewa kumaliziwa siku ya Alhamisi juma hili. Naibu kiongozi wa mashtaka ya umma alikuwa akiongoza shughuli hiyo.
The service is most affected by any mistakes, deficiencies, or failures by all the other agencies higher up the food chain of the criminal justice system. They suffer the consequences and rarely reap the benefits of the actions of those before them in the pipeline. This event is therefore purposely held within the precincts of the prison of the Nairobi remand prison in order to emphasize, by demonstrating physically, the challenge which today we set out to meet and which, in due course, we hope to vanquish. The challenge is the blight of overcrowding in remand facilities nationwide. Overcrowding in penal or correctional institutions is not a uniquely Kenyan phenomenon. It is a global problem with which national governments and other international and transnational institutions and authorities are constantly grappling with. Strategy upon strategy has been rolled out globally to find a lasting solution. Today marks the ODPP's renewed onslaught on the Kenyan version of this perennial blow to the criminal justice system. Overcrowding in penal or correctional institutions is a natural consequence of a number of social realities. For instance, it has been noted in a publication by the United Nations Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, entitled Addressing the Global Prison Crisis Strategy 2015-2017 that the general growth of population coupled with deficiencies in the state's criminal justice system and of policies, which include excessive use of pretrial detention, lack of access to legal advice and assistance, scarce use of alternatives to imprisonment and detention detentions used as first resort for children in conflict with the law, are among others major causative factors of overcrowding in pretrial detention centers. For although those places are the final destination for the persons who are processed through the criminal justice system, they are often least regarded in the entire process, as was said by Mr. Muhochi. It has been noted by the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, in a 2013 report that overcrowding was an increasingly widespread problem in a number of countries and places of detention. The report postulates that in itself, such overcrowding is a very serious humanitarian concern, as it automatically generates substandard and often inhuman conditions of detention. The report says, and I quote, that tens of thousands of people are forced to live for extended periods in congested accommodation with insufficient...
To say just one thing. This is an exceedingly good initiative. I've been in practice for a long time, for perhaps more years than most of you who are sitting that side have been alive. And one thing I have noticed, at least practicing at the criminal bar, is that far too often, many people end up in remand for a very long time for various reasons, but also for the reasons that we as a defense counsel can come up to all kinds of tricks to ensure that the case does not go on, either because we haven't been paid or because we are in cahoots with our clients. And I think that's probably one of the ways in which we must combat that, because the longer you stay in here, the greater the harm to the entire country, not just your family. I happen to be the chair of Senior Counsel Bar. And as chairman of Senior Counsel, we are concerned that the rule of law be maintained, that the right to be heard by anyone and everyone should be upheld, but also that what is right on the other side, that is on the prosecution side and on the court side, is also upheld. Because that's what justice is all about. Justice is about doing what is right in the eyes of everyone. And so this initiative is being launched this morning by her leadership is a very important one, so that we can clear the congestion which is before us today, but also hopefully contribute to the cause of justice in this country. Thank you very much.